New year, new us. And we're back with the All Beef No Filler podcast. I'm your host, Director of Scouting for Prep Baseball Nebraska, Pascal Paul. We are joined today, first podcast of the year, Kansas State commit, Omaha Westside. We'll say infielder, but you could be shortstop, third baseman, or second baseman, and right-handed pitcher Markus Chandler. Welcome, Marcus.
Thank you.
How's the new year going?
It's going pretty good, a lot of off-season work, that's for sure. There's never a day off, so
We've had
it's
some
been
breaks
fun.
in the weather. It's been 55 a couple days. Have you gotten outside at all, or most of your stuff is inside?
Oh yeah, I try to go outside as much as I can, especially with like how nice it is right now. Like we're probably gonna be outside even if it's like low 40s, try to get outside, do some ground balls and stuff just to get used to it before the spring. And we're gonna have to get used to the cold somehow.
You guys got that nice turf over there at Westside. You got a good group of guys that are working right now in the off season, getting ready for 2026.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna surprise a lot of people this year. Our new coaching staff and Coach Shockey have like really helped us build more of a team and like kind of a culture over there and like build everyone. Everyone's bought in, so it's been a lot of fun. This is probably the best offseason as a team we've had, and kind of just like building a family and just kind of everything.
Coach Shockey's definitely one of the best in the state, I would say.
Oh yeah,
That type of
yeah,
coming over from Bellevue West, I think he's going to make huge impacts for you guys at Westside. A lot of
yeah.
talent for you guys at Westside. I think a lot of young talent, like you said. I think I thought you guys were going to be that sleeper team last year. Caught a couple bumps in the road with the youth.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing? You said you're getting together a lot. What are you guys doing specifically? Hitting, infield work. What specifically are you guys working on together?
We have lifting in the morning, 6 in the morning, 3 days a week. So we do that. And then with the rules, we can only have like 7 at a time, I'm pretty sure. So we'll go outside as much as we can with our 7 group of dudes with like hitting once a week, hitting like 2 times a week, infield 2 times a week, like kind of just like doing short mobility work, like ladder work, like everything. And like having our own separate coaches for that stuff too also helps a lot. So like we have the older coach Shockey, he'll take a group of guys, like a group of 5 on the weekend and hit with them, or Coach Shockey with the infield, and kind of just like everything. He's helped us a lot.
I'm excited for the West Side, the 2026 version of the Omaha West Side Warrior. Let's get back into you a little bit. I think you're one of the people that I think I speak most about when I talk about development and almost playing the long game. I can remember back to
Yeah.
your Rising Stars days. You're a little bit of a pudgy kid, had some of that baby fat on you. But
Yeah.
very short order, because you could really play baseball back then. There was no shortage of you actually being able to play the game. It was just a little bit more athletic development side. What
Yeah.
did you do in those early years from eighth grade, maybe to sophomore year to kind of boost yourself and get yourself over that hump? Because, right away, someone could have looked at you and said projectable, not really. And now,
Yeah.
I'd say you're one of the better 2A, if not, top 3 2A athletes in the state right now. So what did you
Yeah.
do in those early days to give yourself an edge and kind of get over that hump?
I definitely hit the gym a lot. That was the main thing for me, was just getting into the gym. Like my dad was like, if you want to, like we can. So I started going with him, and then once you go, I couldn't stop going. So he kind of just let me go do my own thing, and getting into the gym really helped me a lot, and also focusing on more like my diet, what I'm eating, what I'm drinking. Because I never really focused on that growing up. That's why I was a little bit pudgy, but focusing on how much protein I have, like kind of all that stuff, like eating healthy, stop drinking a lot of soda. Like I haven't had a soda in a while. So like kind of getting the liquid calories out and just kind of being more locked in, focused on baseball and not as much like the other stuff kind of.
That's great for younger athletes out there, I think, because I think everyone hears professional athletes or, big time coaches like Coach Saban or some of those, college coaches talk, and, it takes what it takes and you got to do this and you got to do that. But
Yeah.
kids really get to see it, touch it, and feel it, with someone that's right in their back door. And you're someone, I think, that's an epitome of that you didn't worry about what everyone else was doing. You had to do what you had to do. And you were a little bit of a
Yeah.
pudgier eighth grader that could play baseball. And,
Yeah.
we want to play college baseball, and that's not usually what fits. And you did what you had to do. So, kudos to you and everything you did. Is there a specific weight room trainer or nutritionist that you went with, or did you just kind of figure it out on your own?
I think at that young of an age, even just getting into the weight room and like going on social media and looking up lifting to do, like you don't need any of the like plyometric stuff when you're that young. Like I think just getting into the gym, like trying to just put muscle on is the biggest thing. Like I didn't really go to anyone. I just kind of talked with my dad because I know he knew a lot from when he used to play college ball and like growing up. So definitely talking to him a lot helped me a lot. And literally just kind of getting in there, doing my favorite lifts, and like just trying to put on muscle no matter if it's like the small muscles or the big muscles, like just getting into the gym really helps.
Just getting started. Just getting started.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah,
hardest point.
another great, I think, lesson for everybody that you don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money. Like you said, we have the internet. Everything you want and
Mhm.
need that you could ever know is on the internet. You just gotta be
Yeah.
able to filter down. Whether you go to YouTube and you're looking up different lifts or different baseball
Yeah.
players, you can do that in any sport. You look at professional basketball, you can go Steph Curry's shooting routine right now if you want to
Yeah.
do it every day and be just like Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So there's no, like you said, there's no shortage of information out there. If you want it, go get it, go find it. It doesn't necessarily have to cost you an arm and a leg to be it. Because right now,
Yeah.
you hear some people talking, baseball's kind of a could be considered a country club sport. There's
Yeah.
plenty of information and there's plenty of avenues for you to go out and get what you want and bring it to
Yeah.
your reality.
Exactly.
Well, with all that hard work, you had a lot of good stuff happen to you, especially over this last year.
Yeah.
I would say your freshman season was probably the start of your coming out party. You absolutely
Yeah.
dominated in the spring, and then carry that over into your sophomore year. Great year. Obviously, the team was a little bit disappointing, but ended up going to the future games and then K-State commit. Let's talk about the future games first. What was that experience like?
That was awesome. I mean, just like walking into Lake Point and kind of seeing everything, seeing all the scouts there was just like so awesome because I've never really you always go to these tournaments like, yeah, there's scouts here, like you kind of see them with their notepads and stuff, but actually being able to like see them wearing the college hat, like see them watching you writing down stuff, it was an awesome experience. And especially playing at night, our night game was so much fun. Just kind of just like the atmosphere of everything being like 4 games out of all the fields and like seeing all the coaches surround the fences while I'm on the mound or like hitting. It was amazing.
It is a different experience. It's probably we always say in our company we're a little bit biased, but it's a level up than a normal tournament. Probably a couple
Yeah.
levels up, like you said.
Yeah.
You can see coaches around maybe at a spring game or at your summer tournaments, but at an event like this, you're seeing almost every logo and they're right on the fence. They got their hat on, they got their polo on, and it's intimidating. How did
Yeah.
you handle all of those emotions? And you had a really good performance. How did you handle all of that, anxiety and emotion and knowing that, your future school could be watching you right now?
I kind of just try to not think about it as much because I feel like if you think about it, then you're gonna play worse. So I kind of just clearing my head before every at bat, taking some deep breaths when I'm on the mound, kind of just like trying to not focus on everyone in the stands and trying to just communicate with my catcher, I was pretty good friends with, so that also kind of helped. Just like focusing in a lot more than like trying to worry about like, oh, really need to do good to get scouted, and just kind of go out there and just do what I could do best.
Yeah, you've been in those moments quite a few times. It's going to come down to them liking you, not you being some person out of body experience that you're not. And at the end of the day, it's the same game. It doesn't matter who's watching. It doesn't matter if you're on a big league field or future games or playing on Omaha Westside. It's all the same
Yeah.
thing with the same rules and and the same numbers. So, kudos
Oh
on
yeah.
your performance down there. I thought, we as a group had a really good performance. It's nice when a lot of you guys know each other and play each other. So I think we have a different
Yeah.
image when most of you have some sort of relative communication already before we get down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was
It
the
was fun.
competition like, in your opinion, compared to what you've had before?
I think it was really good, seeing the guys, especially against Pacific Northwestern, I think is who we played. I've never faced any of those dudes or like seen them. So, and they're really good. So it was awesome to like kind of go on that side of the United States and play those dudes and kind of just like see what else is out there. Cause really only used to like kind of down south and like Midwest teams that we've played, like, and a few kids from like obviously all over the country, but like kind of getting that solid group of guys that they have up there and playing those. It was really fun. It's really surprising too, because you're like, oh, I didn't know they had that, but it was definitely really good competition down there.
Yeah, no matter what summer team I think you play on, and you obviously play on some of the best in the country, you're probably going to relatively play most of the kids, for us in the central region or the south region, where most of the tournaments are. So, yeah, I can see it. We got to
Yeah,
play Pacific Northwest. You're exposed to players, maybe um, routines, stuff that you don't normally see and you don't normally get exposed to, which is another
yeah,
reason why I think Future Games is probably the premier event of the country, just as far as unrecruited players.
yeah, yeah,
That event obviously catapulted you into committing to K-State. You, I think, drew out your recruitment a little bit more. We got, at least I was following on social media, got to see a Creighton post and we got to see a Baylor post and then obviously eventual K-State commit. What went into all of those different schools and kind of talk us through your process and what was important to you when choosing a school?
for me, it was just kind of feeling like a home. Like when you step foot on like your visit, like kind of just having that feeling like this is where you want to be. Like I had a great time with all my other schools. Like they definitely treated me really well. And another big thing for me was communication. Like I love a coach that could communicate to you, always talk to you, like text you all the time, like kind of just a good communication and like someone that believes in you a lot and kind of trust what they see and like know what they want and like know what they're going to get out of you. And like when I was on my visit with K State, they told me like their vision of me and like how they would see me in their program. And that really like said something to me. And it was just awesome down there. Like I had an awesome time. Oh, it was a pretty easy decision.
They've got a little bit of a pipeline coming from Nebraska. Did you get to meet with like AJ Vasco or Smolinski down there when you were on your visit and talk to them?
Yeah, so Gartner was my host. Noah Gartner was my host. And then while I was down there, I got to talk to AJ a little bit. And that kind of really was like, yeah, like if these dudes like it, then I think I'll like it a lot too. And two of my good friends in the 26 class are also going there. So that'll be fun.
It helps. It helps that homey feel, when you got some like-minded faces and some familiar faces that
Yeah.
you've seen before and you're not going in knowing absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
We're excited for you. Now you don't have to tell us, but are you going to two-way there? Did they say that's a possibility?
Yeah.
We're excited for that. I think obviously with our rankings and what you've done on both sides of the ball, I think you have a huge opportunity to make an impact at that level. And
Yeah.
everybody's going to need some more two-way guys with the way the roster
Yeah.
and changes. And you can go play left field, right field, anywhere on the infield. So we're excited to see you in that K-State purple for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Now for the 2026 season. We both, think that Westside has a great opportunity to make some noise this year. What about the team do you feel like gives you guys that opportunity?
Honestly, just everyone playing for each other, not anyone being selfish. Like, oh, if you need to lay a bunt down, it's gonna hurt your batting average, but like you need to lay the bunt down to get the run over so we could score. And kind of being selfless, not as selfish. And also just like the family part, like we all need to not be so like me, and more about like we. Like that's a big thing we emphasize, especially for the season, not being like what I just said, like worrying about your stats, but worrying about the team stats. So like our goals, like making it to like hosting a district, like everything like that.
That's everyone says that, and that's it's not because it's some clickbait, eyewash thing. It's because that's what actually works.
Yeah.
You look at the program,
Yeah.
any sport, whether it's professional to high school to even go down to U trip. The
Yeah.
teams that are willing to sacrifice, lay a bunt down, steal a base, take an extra base, put some pressure on. Sometimes it's just throw a strike. I don't need 95. I don't need on the black. It's a 3-2 count. Bases are loaded. I just need you to throw it in there and give us a chance. Um,
Yeah.
and like you said, I think Shockey's gonna do wonders for you guys in that aspect. He's done it, throughout his whole career, and I think you guys have an immense amount of talent that's just waiting to take off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wrapping up our podcast, I'd like for you, just because you've been, like we talked about, you were the pudgy eighth grader, and now you're the Division I commit, top 5, recruit in the state. What would you give advice to anybody in eighth grade, ninth grade, kind of looking to do what you're doing? How would you tell them to go about their business, or what advice would you give to them?
I would definitely say be consistent with your work. Um, the days you don't feel like doing stuff are the most important days. And like it's super hard, but just always stay consistent. That's like the main thing. No matter if you're going to the gym, if you don't want to go to the gym, go do your 3 favorite lifts and then get out. Like as long as you're staying consistent with what you're doing, throwing, hitting, no matter what, like stay consistent and don't let the outside talk get to you as much. Cause I know with a lot of my friends in the younger classes, they let the outside talk of other people and stuff like that kind of get to them a lot. And that's a big thing is like, who cares what other people say? Like, it's you, it's your path, like you pave it. So that's what I would say.
Words from a kid who lived it. Wasn't a junior future for us on our first year. Ended up being a future gamer and a Division I commit. All credit to him, his work ethic, and everything that he's done. We couldn't thank him enough for coming on our podcast today, the All Beef No Filler. And we're excited to wish him good luck in the 2026 season, along with the whole Omaha Westside organization. Thanks for coming, Marcus. Good luck to you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.